stayed in that hotel before. Or it might be that hotel. I'm not sure. I think it's that one.
Francisco International Airport, where the local time is approximately 5:40 p.m. We will be taxiing for a few more minutes. Please remain seated until Captain Ireland has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. Refrain from smoking until you are in the designated smoking area.
Good morning. Crazy day of travel as always. I don't even know if it's morning. It might still be 11. No, it's morning. It's 1:14 Pacific. So got up in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico today. Had our brunch under the palapa, had some eggs and some ham and some toast and some actual real orange juice, the first real orange juice I've had in a while. Our flight wasn't until 4 o'clock, 3:55 or something like that. It was delayed due to inbound aircraft. It was coming from San Francisco. It was delayed out of San Fran about 20 minutes. Took a bus to the airport, took like half hour, got to the airport through Mexican security, if you can call it that, and then had like 2.5 hours to burn. So we ate Johnny Rockets for dinner, lunch, whatever the hell that was, at 3 o'clock or something. Flew to San Francisco, came in a couple minutes late, and then had to go through the whole security process, check the bag again, through TSA, immigration, customs, took like an hour. Departed out of San Francisco on time, came down here to San Diego on time, got to the baggage claim, waited, no bags, went to the United Baggage Services, the bags are still in San Francisco. So apparently they ran out of room on the flight. This is the first time it's ever happened to me, and this is the reason why people don't check bags, because there's a chance that they won't get there. So we saw them in San Francisco, we had to recheck them, that went fine, but they ran out of room on the flight. It was a totally full flight, so both my dad and I did not get our bags here to San Diego. They're coming down on the first flight tomorrow from San Francisco, which arrives at 9:46 a.m. and then they're going to bring them up to the house and deliver them. So hopefully we have them around or before or very shortly after noon tomorrow. So it's very inconvenient tonight. I look like shit. I desperately need to shower and shave, and I really can't. I don't have anything. I only have one pair of clothes, which is what I'm wearing. I have all my chargers and my Mac and camera batteries and all of the super important stuff, but the rest of it is in San Francisco. Anyways, here's this. This has made progress. They came in last Tuesday and did a bunch of work. They finished the crown molding up there. I think the cabinet doors were off maybe. They got those back on, caulked the ceiling up here. I was hoping they were going to do this crown mold across the stone, and seeing it like this with the caulking in there, I don't think it needs it at all. I think that would be an unnecessary detail up there. So no crown molding there. Doesn't need it. TV's installed, totally flush, perfect fit with the stone. For those of you wondering, well, you can't go any bigger. It's a frickin' 60. We're not going to need to go bigger. But if we wanted to, this is a swivel mount. It comes out like a foot or 18 inches, and we could put a larger TV in here that would then just come over, and they're super thin. I mean, this thing's less than an inch thin. It would just overlap the brick instead of having a little gap, so that's fine. We installed the speakers, all new speakers in here. These are Bauer Wilkins wood casing, really nice heavy speakers. Those are installed and hooked up. There's obviously going to be other stuff on this shelf. We might move it to the middle and then do like a symmetrical thing, or we'll just have stuff in front of it so you won't see the wire. Cabinets are illuminated. The center speakers up here in the ceiling, I installed that today. Fairly easy install, and it's one of those that you can move the speaker so it points out into the room. There's the front left. The rear right and rear left are in the ceiling as well. I believe they are Yamahas. The rest are Bauer Wilkins. And then we did a Yamaha receiver, which is very temporarily hooked up right now, just to see if it works. So the issue is now the subwoofer that we had before just was driven from this amp, I think. And this amp wants to drive a subwoofer that has its own amp for more power. So I think we're going to have to replace the sub. The old sub just had this positive, negative copper wires. The new sub has this weird looking, it looks just like a component or a composite video or an RCA audio port. So we're going to have to get a different sub for that or figure something out. But now the dilemma is, do we put the receiver in the cabinet, close it behind doors, totally clean, or do we mount it up here, put a hole in a grommet and run the wiring up behind it? I'm leaning towards that solution for a couple of reasons. When the couch gets in here, the couch is going to be like right here, and these cabinets are not going to open past about that. So we're not going to be able to easily access it. And more importantly, the remote is IR, not Bluetooth. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's an IR blaster. So it would be very unlikely that it would go through wood. And anytime you want to turn it on, change the volume, change the input, you would have to come over here and open the thing just enough and shove the remote in there, and that would be miserable. So I'm thinking we're going to put it here, run the wires up there, and that's going to happen later here in the week. So we got a bunch of work to do while I'm here for the next week or so. This whole kitchen needs to be repainted. The entire ceiling in the kitchen and the family room is going to be repainted. This room and the hallway will be a different color of some kind, still neutral. We got to clean everything in here. There's just like, my feet are disgusting. There's just construction dust all over the place. So we'll clean the floor, get the paint done. We're going to put these lights that they installed on a dimmer. They are LED lights though, and I know LEDs don't like to dim, so I may have to do some research on that and see if we can do that. Also, that's probably not going to stay. We might get some glass doors for that, maybe some fireplace tools or something down there. So it's going to be a project for sure, but it's going to look awesome. Peanut is very happy to have people back in the house. He's been alone here for a week, so he's going nuts. So I'm going to go sleep the best I can without any change of clothes or shower. We'll jump on that tomorrow. Also, the M5 was involved in a very minor rear end collision about 12 hours before I got here last Saturday. Not enough that it damaged the bumper cover beyond repair. There were already marks in it. We had debated having it repainted, refinished about a year ago. We didn't do it, thankfully, so now's a good time to do that. So we're going to pull the bumper off tomorrow and get it down to the paint shop at 8 o'clock on Monday morning. Hopefully have it back by the end of the week and throw it back on. So we're going to be riding dirty ghetto with no bumper on the back of the M5 here for a couple days. But M5 project, family room project are the top two priorities for the next week. So we're going to be busy. But I'm going to go get to bed, start uploading vlogs, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow on Sunday. Good night.